I mean, to be able to go to work and be surrounded by phenomenally talented individuals every single day, both behind the camera and in front of it, is a dream come true. And furthermore, to be able to write something that they then bring to life, um, and those actors just they brought it to life and did so much more than I had even expected. So every single day was a treat. Destigmatizing mental illness is a cause that I care about greatly, and was the seed of this film. So with that comes tons of research because I didn't want to fall back on my knowledge based on what the media has portrayed it to be. Um, and so I read a lot of memoirs, a lot of case studies by psychiatrists, and over the years, which is actually really interesting to see like what medicine has done or failed to do, with people who have mental illness. And then for a more colloquial experience, I was on message boards all the time talking to people. And the thing is, they're so used to being portrayed a certain way, people with mental illness are, and especially people with schizophrenia, that I found, were really uh, wanting to engage about it and wanting to get their story and their perspective of things, out into the open. And the interesting thing is, and it's challenging, is like every person kind of experiences it differently, it seems. So that was freeing as a filmmaker, um, but also a little nerve wracking because I think there is no one way to tell a story about schizophrenia because there is no one way to have schizophrenia. Well, I think that there's a lot of big, um, set pieces, and also being able to completely disengage from your phone and from, doing little things around the house and be able to be fully immersed in Rain's world and see the world through her eyes, um, is very valuable. I think people who see it in theaters will probably get much more out of it because I always get much more out of movies when I see them in theaters. But at the same time, I think that it's also a great family film, or film that you can watch with your family, I guess I should say. So for people that choose to watch it at home, I think they'll get a lot out of it too, and they can have conversations afterwards. I think that, I hope that the audience empathizes with them and sees the predicament that they're in, because they do love their daughter so much. Um, and I think anytime parents are raising teenagers, there's always struggle. But obviously, the struggle is even more elevated here because there are times that they fear for their daughter, and not just on a physical level, but that too. But also there's this fear of what is the community going to do or say about this child, and that's really sad. But at the same time, they go head to head, and we didn't want to pull any punches when it comes to the tension of that they experienced together, because I really wanted to just reflect what real life is.